If you're watching this in Los Angeles and you like to shop for groceries, you may want to practice going like this. Or if you really like to shop for groceries, practice going like this. You'll be doing this a lot come January 1st, 2014, as the City of Angels becomes the city of Ain't Got No Plastic Shopping Bags. The Los Angeles City Council recently voted 9-1 to join San Francisco, Seattle, and other cities in the banning of free plastic bags in grocery stores. It's not too early to start practicing balancing boxes and cans on your head, too. What's the basis for the Big Banning brouhaha? In 1898, German scientist Hans van Pekman overheated a batch of diazomethane and discovered a waxy residue on the bottom of the test tube. His colleagues recognized it as a new form of plastic and called it polymethylene, which eventually was shortened to polyethylene. A more stable form of polyethylene was developed in 1935 by British chemist Michael Perrin, and the plastics industry was born. No thanks to you, Mrs. Robinson. Polyethylene plastic is made from crude oil in a process called cracking and comes in two forms, hard and soft. Hard is used to make pipes and storage containers, and soft is used to make plastic wrap and plastic bags. The first plastic sandwich bag appeared in 1957, marking the beginning of the plastic bag revolution and the end of stale peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That alone made it revolutionary. By 1969, loaves of bread were sold in plastic bags, and New York became the first American city to start collecting garbage in plastic bags. Stores began switching to plastic bags in 1974, with Sears and JCPenney becoming the first department stores to go plastic. Grocery stores resisted the change until 1977 because shoppers resisted giving up the traditional paper bag. The question that stalled 1,000 checkout lines: paper or plastic? The paper bag is a beautiful creation with many creators. A machine for making them was invented in 1852 by Francis Wool. Margaret Knight improved on it in 1870 by adding the technology to cut, fold, and paste flat bag bottoms, and Chas Stillwell added the finishing touch in 1883 with his invention of the paper bag with pleated sides. Murray Langston turned the paper bag into a career as the Unknown Comic, and New Orleans Saints fans made it into a statement. I believe that statement was boo! That wasn't enough to save the paper bag. By 1996, 8 out of 10 bags used were plastic. Today, worldwide usages is between 500 billion and 1 trillion plastic bags per year, usually only once. After that, most end up in landfills where garbage biodegrades, meaning microbes make meals out of it. Unfortunately, microbes don't like polyethylene. They'll eat rotten meat, but not plastic bags? Now that's a picky eater. Plastic bags can photodegrade, eventually breaking down when exposed to sunlight. Eventually, in this case, is 500 years. What happens to the bags in the meantime? Some end up in places like the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, a floating junkyard stretching hundreds of miles across the North Pacific. Others end up in, or on, birds, animals, and fish that eat them or get tangled in them and eventually die. Many end up in trees or on the ground and just look bad. In Los Angeles alone, $2 million a year is spent cleaning up plastic bag litter. And that's why some people decided to bag the bags. In 1994, Denmark became the first country to discourage the use of plastic bags by taxing them. In the US, many stores began offering bins to collect used bags for recycling. Grocery stores in the US encouraged customers to bring their own reusable bags, and some banned plastic bags completely. Bangladesh banned them in 2002 after environmentalists determined they clogged drains and caused massive floods in 1988 and 1998. Cities around the world banned their use, including San Francisco in 2007, leading the way for Los Angeles in 2014. To help ease the transition, Los Angeles will hand out 1 million reusable bags in low-income areas. Is it time for plastic bags to end up in the trash for good? It's hard to say. Shoppers must remember to bring their reusable bags and, more importantly, to keep them clean since they make great homes for the bacteria found on the foods they carry. Paper bags kill trees, while bags made from recycled plastic are costly and not as strong. The same is true for new biodegradable bags made from starch-based plastics. Environmentalists say we have no choice but to ban them completely. Lobbyists for the oil and plastics industries disagree, saying the statistics are wrong and the Great Garbage Patch is a myth. Will convenience triumph over conservation? It remains to be seen. What are your thoughts? From New York City, I'm Kegan, and this is Rocketboom.